Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your 2020 predictions here. So, Scorpio, drop a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let your fellow water signs know how you're doing and feeling. I am keeping your 2020 prediction reading here fairly simple. We're just using one divination system today with the Rider-Waite Tarot. And I'm using a Celtic cross spread. So a lot of information can come through with the Celtic cross, but I feel really called to work with that structure because it's a beautifully simple yet efficient psychic layout, I feel. So Scorpio, feel free to take a deep breath or a few. Allow the deep breath to just cleanse your mind and put you in a place of receiving the intuitive messages from your guides and letting the ancient imagery of the tarot speak to you. Okay, Scorpio, that is where it stops. And I'm not really talking about the astrology in this video. I'm keeping it all psychic and spiritual, Scorpio. I may do other videos in the future here that explain a little bit more of the astrological alignments, but we're keeping it psychic and psychological, spiritual here. So, the center of your reading representing the overall theme for your 2020 and, in some respects, the theme and purpose for the next decade. Scorpio. The 10 of Cups. Yes. Fulfillment within your relationships, within business connections, within your intimate connections, within family connections, within friendships. This is a breakthrough year for you, Scorpio, in relationships, hands down, with this energy. I feel like it's a good year for a lot of you Scorpios to expand your family, whether that means having children or getting more pets, adding more pets to the mix, getting married. If you're single, of course. This is just a beautiful omen for everything that is gay and happy and just emotionally satisfying, Scorpio. There's so much emotional satisfaction and love and the healing that comes with all that. It's just magnanimous. Yeah. Your water energy is just going to be at a height what you have to offer as a water sign, Scorpio, is bold and is big here in 2020. So let's see what else is showing up. So in the position of the challenge for your 2020 and decade ahead, the Chariot is showing up. So right off the bat, this is showing up as a Cancer or a Pisces who could be specifically throwing some challenges and tests at you. Okay, so a fellow water sign, it could be a Scorpio as well, but Cancer and Pisces resonate stronger with this energy. So you might see some tests and challenges from them, specifically when it comes to the direction of your life, the direction in which you are taking your relationships this year, the direction you are going with your partner, the direction, okay? You may find that you are torn more so between the direction of your light side as a light being or your dark side as a karmic and disruptor being. So there is a little bit of that going on, and there's a feeling of, you know, this other water energy here helping you find more alignment with these two sides of yourself this year. There may be some extra challenges when it comes to travel. I will say that, so just be aware of that, Scorpio. Let's move on. Oh, yep, okay, so Knight of Cups at the root of your reading, sitting right under the Chariot. So another horse, another sign of movement here. Okay, so yeah, just there just could be some challenges when it comes to travel. Bottom line, that is showing up here, solidified with this. Now, with the Knight of Cups here too, I feel like you're going to have a lot of depth to offer this year from things that you've learned in 2019, Scorpio. There's going to be a lot more depth that you can simply share and empathize with, you know, with others in 2020. There may be more of a calling in 2020 for you, Scorpio, to share more of your I just lost the word, more of your just vulnerable side, sharing more of your vulnerable side, sharing more of your, it's going to come to me, your private self is really what I'm getting here. Just sharing more of those hidden and private parts of yourself with others. Sharing more of your feelings. A bit more of a willingness I'm seeing to do that. And I think overall, you know, since you have the Ten of Cups sitting here, it's going to serve you well. But there is a level of inner exploration with the Knight of Cups. Something further. There's a memory. Something about digging up a memory that is further back, Scorpio. I know that's kind of specific, but I'm getting here with this, that there's something about digging up a memory that goes further back than you first imagined. And digging up that memory, bringing it front and center to the surface, sharing it. Perhaps sharing it with this other water sign who can help you make sense of it. It could be something that goes as far back as another past life you used to have. Or just something from childhood. So there's a little bit of that inner exploration going on there. So, interesting. 8 of Wands showing up in your recent past. So end of December 2019, beginning January 2020. Speed. Just speed. Things happening quickly. You having the power to make things happen quickly, to transmute, transform, send things off, send messages off quickly. And I do feel like with the 8 of Wands running at the 10 of Cups here, that you might get a indication of a relationship, of relationship stability, of more fulfillment in your home and family life. You might get that indication a lot more suddenly than you realize going into 2020. The changes in family dynamic could be happening very quickly here for you, Scorpio. That's ultimately what is coming through with that. So, moving ahead to the present, also beginning January 2020. Ace of Wands, okay. This is real fresh energy for the new year. Quite literally. Expect some gift of creativity or creative vision. Expect a little bit more spark and passion, inspiration to be given to you, to come through for you. I feel like you're getting this extra boost of creative energy. And physical energy as well, to get the ball rolling with what you want to get rolling. And I don't know why, but I'm feeling really strongly that this could be tied to the first fire waxing moon that we have in 2020. So pay attention to the first waxing fire moon that we have, because that's, I feel like, when a lot of you Scorpios are going to feel this rush. And you'll receive that added inspiration. I feel like some of you are getting a missing tool with this here too. You're getting a missing tool. And that tool is what launches a particular endeavor for you or goal. So fascinating. In the near future here we have Page of Pentacles. So future of your 2020. More concrete results, more material results. And a new way of handling or even fighting for currency and currency change, I feel like, with this, Scorpio. You're looking at value and the value of money, the value of material things with a brand new perspective with the Page, and coming from this Ace of Wands energy as well. And so there's something here that you're going to be learning, I feel like, that it could be more mid or later 2020, where you're learning a little bit more about currency and the value system and about wealth and wealth building, stuff like that. Something about learning more about that, because you want to be part of this new currency shift that we have starting and growing with this new decade. So by all means, hop on those opportunities that allow you to learn. Seek the knowledge. Seek the knowledge. And I'm hearing with this too, Scorpio, seek the medicine. Take the medicine as well. Some very earthy-based medicine or healing solution that has to do with earthy substances. So whatever that is, you'll know. You'll know at the time. You can always, of course, come back to this video and watch it, in reference, because, yeah, some of this like that might make more sense. So, oh my gosh, I just realized I forgot your other cards, so good thing I didn't remix the deck back up. Okay, boom, there's your last card. Okay, moving on to the card representing your personal power and will over situations in your environment. Eight of Swords, Scorpio. I see and feel with this energy, your personal power, you may feel a little more depleted. Honestly, with as far as initiating and exerting yourself, you may feel just a little bit more depleted in 2020. And with this Eight of Swords energy, because of that, I feel like you are going to be a little bit more dependent on others, which goes back to explaining the Ten of Cups a little bit. More dependent on your family, more dependent on other relationships, and this outside help from this fellow water sign. Yeah, that's what's showing up here. For some reason, you might feel like your personal willpower is a little bit more just clouded. A little bit foggy, I'm sensing. So, with the Eight of Swords, it's not the most difficult energy to deal with, but there is this feeling of just feeling constrained, Scorpio. So you just might feel a little bit more bound and limited. So, depending on others isn't a bad thing. You just might have to be a little bit more dependent. You know, bottom line, seek help. And that also goes back to that whole being a little bit more open and raw with people, because I think some of you are going to be forced to do that, whether you want to or not. Sorry, I guess the airplanes and helicopters are extra loud this evening as I'm filming. I feel like a lot of you Scorpios are here because there's this desire to be liberated from a specific social scene or a cultural expectation, a social scene or cultural expectation I'm feeling. And you want to be liberated. So, you know, you see this woman or man, you know, walking away from the castle, the community in the background there, and not really knowing where you're going per se, still feeling like you're being weighed down, but you are trying. You are trying, and you are wanting to break away and free yourself from that. And you're really just a step or two away from, you know, with this energy, you're really just a step or two away from being completely free. So, interesting stuff showing up with that. Let's see what others around you are showing up as. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. So, people are really willing to help you. I think you're going to find, Scorpio, in 2020 here especially, that people are just a lot more willing to help you, to offer support, and specifically for a lot of you, financial support, material support, more help around the house with chores, or, you know, giving you some hand-me-downs, or simply giving you money. That kind of stuff especially is ringing strong. I feel like other people do see your value. And there could specifically be an earth sign showing up to help you out in this area this year. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But this does feel, for a lot of you, a bit more spiritual in nature. Even being in the position that it's in. The value of fellow relationships and connections is coming up with this. Are you valuing your relationships that you have? Has the value in them changed? Is there a new value that you are seeking when it comes to other relationships around you? Okay. I feel like this is pretty specific as well, Scorpio, but I feel that there is something going on, especially with any of the single Scorpios out there, of meeting someone in nature, in a garden, at a natural preserve, at a cherry picking farm, something like that. And it is absolutely crucial and helpful to issues of self-worth, issues of worthiness altogether with relationships and with money as well, with financial matters, which both, of course, are linked. So very intriguing showing up there. Okay, so in the place of hopes and fears, we have the Nine of Cups. I like it. Mostly hopes, less fears, so that's nice. The hope that all the fulfillment you desire comes true, comes forth. That your wealth and overall satisfaction and well-being is taken care of, is jumped to the next stage, to the next height. But then there's a fear that is coming up with having the success, having the satisfaction, almost like some of you Scorpios feel like or doubt that you deserve such a high satisfaction, such a high success rate. It's like when you actually get it, you know, you question it, you doubt it. And let me tell you, a lot of us do that. A lot of us do that, so you don't have to feel alone. You know, don't feel alone in thinking that, Scorpio. But then also there's a fear of expectancy from other people when they see you're doing really well, when they see your wealth and success has improved, and that you're simply just feeling happy with where you're at, whether you're super financially well off or not, you're feeling satisfied and successful with whatever your accomplishments are. And that is drawing some people perhaps to you that you don't want to draw to you. You know, just some energy suckers or some people who might just be expecting from you, and you don't want people in the end here, or I feel like this might be more towards the end of 2020, but you don't want to deal with the expectant nature of those people. And that's understandable. It's almost like people are coming to you saying, coin, money? You just want to give me something? You know, free, yeah, come on, you know. And so there's a little bit of that fear as well. But overall, I really see this, Scorpio, as just reaching a point of true joy and contentment, especially in relationships, and just personal satisfaction. You end with the Hanged Man. More happiness more peace comes to you when you relax, Scorpio, like the Hangman here. When you relax, when you go ahead and depend a little bit more, and not just depend on other people, but depend on your spirit guides. Yeah. And I do feel like there's a message with the Hangman here too. And I feel like it ties in almost with this Ace of Wands and Page of Pentacles message we went over of sacrificing the time and the space for new knowledge, for new learning, for taking a new class, for making the space to join a movement, you know, a movement that you are really inspired by. And I do feel like it, you know, the reason why you're passionate about joining this movement in 2020 and sacrificing some other time here or some other efforts that you had going on, you're comfortable with that because it does affect you personally. It does affect you and your feelings of freedom. And yeah, just your freedom. It's like some of you are realizing that in some capacity you have been being tampered with. Your intellect and your mind has been taken advantage of, perhaps in some way, Scorpio. And you're like, no, I'm taking the steps now, and I'm gonna learn this new thing that, you know, I'm passionate about, that's got me all inspired, and I'm going to look at different views on money or currency and value and my definition of those things, and you know what? I'm gonna set myself free. It may take the whole year of 2020, but I'm gonna do it. That's just this dialogue we have going on. And like I said, going back, especially to the 10 of Cups and 9 of Cups, I mean, the personal satisfaction with this, the overall fulfillment that you get from all of this is beautiful, is positive, is joyful. But all of that isn't without a little bit of sacrifice and waiting in those moments and allowing yourself, like we discussed too, to be dependent and to seek help. But I do like your evolution showing up here and whatnot, Scorpio. So there you have it. I do believe that is essentially all that has come through. Scorpio, if you do want to do a personal one-on-one reading and explore more of your own soul purpose and all that jazz for the new year and new decade, you can book a personal reading with me through my Etsy shop, or if you have questions, you can email me, of course. All that information should be in the descriptions box, or you can click the Shop Now button on my Facebook page as well. But take care for now, Scorpio, and happy new decade to you.